This is a step-by-step guideline on how to never be heartbroken as a man. This video was inspired by I think 3 of my subscribers who have been commenting on my older videos, telling me about how they just got heartbroken and how their girl just left them and just demanding that I make a video. So this video was inspired by you guys. Hope you guys watch it to the end and hope you guys enjoy it as well. The first step to being able to overcome heartbreak in the long run. When I say long term, I mean whatever heartbreak you're presently experiencing or whatever heartbreak you could possibly experience in the future. You need to first of all understand the 3 major reasons why a woman would leave you, hence breaking your heart. The first one is your fault. Your fault in the sense that this could be things that you've done wrong. Maybe you are disrespectful, you're physically abusive, you're verbally abusive. Like, under your fault, these are things that you could possibly have done wrong. And this category now is clearly your fault, right? Whatever heartbreak you might experience was caused by yourself. Now, the second reason is boredom. And I guarantee you guys that boredom, right, is probably the most prevalent reason why a woman would leave a man. She wouldn't tell you that she's bored. That's insane. She would make sure she covers it up with a different excuse. Most likely trying to make it something you did wrong. But I guarantee you that boredom is the major reason why women leave men. Something else I want to say about boredom is, you would notice, right, if you compare our parents' generation to ours, the longevity in their relationships and marriage is very evident. You understand, when you compare their relationships to ours. And there are many reasons for this. There's obviously like religion, keeping them in check. There's the family structure, with the fact that there was taboo and shame, to people who like leave relationships easily, jump from one man to the next, or, jump from one relationship to the next. There was taboo and some form of shame that kind of kept them in check. But those were not the only things. They had an understanding that our generation of people, not just women, men and women, they had a specific understanding that we don't have as much anymore. And that understanding is looking at the fact that the feelings you experience during the honeymoon phase, right? The butterflies, the excitement you experience during the honeymoon phase is beautiful, right? But it is not long lasting. It doesn't last for too long. You feel me? Eventually, those feelings are going to dwindle and die down. What they understood that we clearly don't understand is those feelings dying down is a part of what a relationship or a marriage, for example, is. It's like it comes with the territory. Do you understand? Our generation thinks that once those feelings die down, it has to be on to the next. The Kardashian family is the perfect exemplification of this, right? Once it seems like the romance begins to die down, the excitement begins to die down, there's some form of monotony. Because here's the thing, truthfully, women actually hate monotony. Don't get it twisted. This is not their fault. That's how they are. Like, women absolutely do not like when things are too static, which is why they cause drama. One of the major reasons why they cause drama, right? So understandably, they actually hate monotony. But what I'm trying to tell you is, in this generation specifically, they don't just hate it, right? It is actually the major reason why women would leave men. I haven't gotten to the third point. I'll get to that eventually. But I want to focus on this point because this is actually the most important point. They get bored, they get tired, right? And since they don't have the mentality of, should I say, the women of old, not just the mentality, but since the structures that kept the women of old in check are no longer in place, it is easy for them to say, you know what, I don't feel how I used to feel. You'd hear statements like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. It's all like she's trying to like portray the fact that she doesn't feel what she felt when you guys were together initially. You feel me? The happiness, which the thing is, the emotions that she's focusing on are all fleeting emotions. There will never be a guy that she meets where that emotion doesn't die down eventually. There is no guy out there, and that's what you would see with women jumping from, like the Kardashian family, for example, right? They are genuinely never going to get to a point where they would find a man who is going to give them those feelings every single day. It's not possible. It doesn't exist. It really doesn't exist. There's always going to be a point in your relationship, whether you're a man or a woman, where the initial feelings you had, they dwindle a little bit. You get, it's not as fun, it's not as exciting, but that is part of a relationship that our generation of people, both men and women, don't fucking understand. Men understand a little bit more. By nature, a man can remain fulfilled in a relationship that's a little bit monotonous way more than a woman can. For real, like that's just how it is, right? Women always want to feel other things, which is why, on this second point I'm making, The girl who left you doesn't necessarily have to leave you for a better man. She's leaving you for a different man. Why? Because what she's chasing is a different feeling. She wants to feel something else. Hence, the point being boredom, right? You need to have this at the back of your mind because for so many guys, the hardest part of a breakup is understanding that it isn't always necessarily because of something you did wrong, because of something that you could have done better, because that's what eats a lot of guys up. They sit down, because guys are too 1 + 1, guys are too logical, and they're like, I did X, I did Y, I did Z. Why would she leave if I did everything she quote unquote said she wants, or everything that most women would say they want, right? And you're doing mathematics in your head that she doesn't like, these are things that she never even considered before leaving you. You feel me? What she considered is, I don't feel, F-E-E-L. I don't feel. And then she left. She's not sitting down there calculating your sacrifices and, oh, he did this, he did that. No. She's like, I don't feel, so I want to go somewhere where I will feel. That's the second reason. And the third reason, I'm sure you guys expected this one, is hypergamy, which means she probably saw a guy that has certain things you don't have. You could be rich, but you're not tall, and he's tall. And then she's like, okay, I prefer that guy right now. I want to be that guy. Or you could be tall, but you're not rich, and she finds a guy who's rich, and she goes to, and that's the guy that she chooses. Hypergamy means dating upward. Up is social class, but in our generation, when we say hypergamy, we mean looking for a better guy. It doesn't have to be financially, it could be looks-wise, it could be confidence-wise. So hypergamy is the third major reason why your girl will probably leave you. Now, if you are able to internalize these three reasons I mentioned, you're most likely going to come to two concessions. The first one is, all those factors I explained right now apply to the next guy she's going to date. The point I'm trying to make is, you're sitting down in your house, and this stuff, from conversations I've had with guys who have experienced breakups, it is always the same trend. You sit down in your house and constantly think of what the other guy has that you don't have. And I'll tell you right now what he has. He's new. He's different, right? And you're old and kind of boring. That's what he has that you don't have. Nothing else, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is, that dude is slowly and surely going to become you. She's going to get used to him. She's going to understand his patterns. The sex is going to become boring or old. Let me not say boring, but the sex will become old. And he is slowly going to become you. And all the inadequacies she saw in you, she would eventually see in him and leave again. The only way, right, a woman can be truly happy is when she's happy alone. Alone, right? If a woman is truly happy alone, then she can date a man, right, and not need him to be her major source of happiness. Women who are like that, right, if they leave relationships, they most likely leave for the first reason, which is when it is something you caused. For them to choose to date you, that means they saw certain things that they wanted. Because having standards is not a problem. If a woman says, oh, I like guys who go to the gym that have money, bro, that's her spec. Free am. You get what I'm saying? You can't come and like insult her or belittle her and be like, oh, you're so what's the word? Material. That's dumb. Because you as well, if you see a girl with a fat ass, bro, you're going to most likely prefer to a girl who doesn't have ass. It's just how it is. So as long as that woman has well laid out requirements she has in a man, if she finds that man that she wants, right, or that has most of those things, because most likely you won't find someone who has everything you want, but he has most of the things she wants, if she goes into that relationship, she's able to stay happy, right? And if she's mature enough to understand that, look, this dude is going to eventually not be as exciting as the first time I met him, she would stay happy for a long time in that relationship. You get what I'm saying? So my point is, the way your girl left you, she will leave the next guy and the next guy and the next guy until she sits down and talks to herself and tells herself, you know what? Maybe I'm the fucking problem. For real. Maybe all these guys I have left have not been the problem. My insatiability has been. You get what I'm saying? You as a guy, I'm talking to you as a guy right now, stop sitting down at home moaning at the fact that you lost a girl and not putting into consideration that she lost you as well. She might not know what she has lost at the time, right? But if you are such a valuable man, as most men claim, every guy is high value now, every guy is valuable, right? If you're such a high value man as you claim to be, she will find, eventually she'll regret it. That's if you are though, she will. right? So don't always look at it as, oh, I lost her and you're dying at home. Did she not lose you? The second concession that you would come to is, this girl is really just a chick. Like, when I say a chick, like, well, let's say you guys met 2 years ago at a bar, right? If you did not go to that bar that night, you would never meet her, and your life would still be very okay. Your life would have gone as smooth as probably better, who knows? It could have gone even better. Do you get what I'm saying? So she's really just a girl that you happen to meet, but your emotions make it seem like she's your all in all and you would never find a good or better girl than her. That's false. You will. I guarantee you most likely will. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's almost like if that girl, for example, was dating your friend and you had no feelings for her, if she was dating your friend and your friend was going through issues and he explained to you all the shortcomings she has, you would tell your friend to leave that chick. You would. This girl that you look at as a deity that's so special that you never want to lose, if you never met her and your friend met her instead and she was giving your friend issues, you would tell your friend, leave that bitch. That's what you would tell him. But the fact that you're so emotionally attached to her specifically, you can't see clearly. You can't see the fact that she's honestly just another chick. That's just the truth. I'm not saying she's unimportant or the times you guys spent together was rubbish. It was awesome while it lasted, but guys, she's just another girl. I'm telling you this thing. She really is. Your feelings beclouds you and beclouds your mind and makes it seem like she's more than she actually is. But she's just another chick. I promise you she is. In summary, right, there is no relationship, right, where the romance and the feelings of bubbles and butterflies and rainbows, there is no relationship where it doesn't die. So any woman who is actively chasing or looking for the feelings of butterflies is forever going to keep living one man to the next and that man to the next and that man to the next. That cycle never actually ends until you sit down and you're like, you know what, this dude has a lot of the things I want. Not everything, because nobody's ever going to have everything, but he has a lot of the things I want in a man. I'll stick with this dude. Until she's mature enough to say that, she's never truly going to be happy. Now, don't get it twisted, not only women are like this. In our father's generation, but the thing with men in our father's generation is, the worst thing they would do is cheat on the woman they are dating or in a relationship with. But it was never, oh, I saw this better woman, so I'm leaving my wife. That's crazy. Or I'm leaving my long-term girlfriend. If you can't control your urges and you had sex with her one night, let's say at the club, for example, that's all it would be, or that's all it should be. A girl you slept with for one night. That should not sabotage a long-term relationship you have. Do you get what I'm saying? That's something that our fathers used to. That's how our fathers, or should I say, let's say our uncles, you understand? I'm saying this specifically because I'm seeing more and more men in this generation sacrifice healthy relationships or marriages for a one-night stand. They sleep around and they almost place the chick they slept with just one time above the woman they've been with for years or months. I've seen it happen, for real. I've seen it happen. This is not how it used to be some 15 years ago. 10 to 15 years ago, men could separate a fling, like a one-night stand, from a serious relationship. Now, my generation of dudes, I've seen it, bro. I go out a lot. I've seen it. Dudes are fucking weak mentally right now. I'm telling you right now. Guys are weak as shit nowadays. Babe, when you don't date 5 years, 6 or 7 years, you go come out because you see babe weekend and pass your babe, right? You would eventually, in your head, start putting that girl above your girlfriend. That's not how men used to operate 10 years ago. I don't know when this pussification happened. Like, I don't know when it happened. But now, that's what I'm seeing a lot of guys do. I can't even back you guys up anymore. Like, I would want to back guys up and I'll be like, you dudes, like, I can't back you guys up. In summary, she's just another girl, right? And most likely, it is not your fault that she left. She just got bored. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you have any video topic you'd like me to talk about, if there's a video you want me to react to, send it to me on Instagram and I'll try to make a video on it. For business specifically, hit me up at rizzyefff@gmail.com and we could work, you know. It's been a while. I've been serving, so I haven't had time to make as many videos, but I'm back now. I finished serving December, so I'm back in full force. 2 videos a week or 1 video a week. But yeah, I'm back. I mean it this time. It go be.